Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mesa with kinsmade.etsy.com. I am going to use the 6-day-old manicure that I had from Dream of Glitter. I used these items here just as my swatching video on March 26th. And today or March 29th, I'm sorry. And it's still, there's barely tiny little bit of chipping, a little bit of wear at the edges, but that is a really great time for you to experiment with a galaxy nail. You may not want to wear your first try, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set those aside. I am going to hit this with a little bit of rubbing alcohol just because I probably have lotions and body oils on this kind of leftover manicure. So you can skip this step if you want. I definitely like doing a very dark base polish. It does not have to be black. This Dream of Glitter is a holographic, a warm black holographic polish that I chose for the base. But you could certainly do an eggplant, a navy, and you can get, once you're familiar with the technique, you can get really crazy. I've seen people do kind of, rainbow and unicorn style, color scheme. So this is just a standard makeup wedge acquired at the Dollar Tree. You want to not use any square edges. I don't use this to dab my polish. Try to use the weird squishy side. And you really only need a small bit for each color that you're going to do. Like I said, you can stretch the colors. It works really well if you choose a pink. A yellow seems to be a very important color. I have substituted orange for pink or coral. And then a blue. This is kind of a shifty, kind of be the greatest quality, but it's nice. Decline this phone call here. Sorry about that. But it's rather nice to have some different things going on. Like we have a cream, we have a shimmer, and kind of a multi-chrome shimmer. Those are kind of nice because when you're doing a nebula, there's a lot going on. You're also going to need a white that gives you fairly good coverage. It doesn't have to be a stamping polish, but that might be a good thing for you to try. And then I'm using this Avon Urban Splatter. It's kind of a vintage polish. This, I think, is one of the secrets to having a really good galaxy manicure is having something with a mixed black and mixed white dot. And I will show you why later. And what I want you to notice, I'm going to use the white right away. What I want you to notice is that it is, oops, you know what, I don't want to paint my phone here. So let me rearrange something real quickly. Just put it under this protective sheet and start going again. What you're going to see is that it's actually, as you're building it, it's very ugly, but you want to just keep going. You're going to think this is a disaster, it's not working for me. And it might be doing exactly what it needs to do. I thought it was cute because somebody said, never judge a galaxy nail till you top coat. Because it does quite strange. So I have just a small amount of polish on the sponge, white polish, and I'm going to take a kind of nebula approach and make it like a scenery, perhaps across probably these 3 fingers. Is how I'm going to start. I'm going to make this the main focus. So I'm going to dab on some white. And I want it to continue over to this nail somewhat. And I want it to look somewhat random. Okay. Oops. And since I need a little more paint. That's a little too much, but when you're working with a sponge, it kind of backs itself off fairly simply. Okay. So I know it does not look like much. And the reason you need the white, you are going to completely cover the white, but you need to knock down that black. You need to brighten up the black area. Please let me finish my video. Okay, I don't know that game. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I'll go in with the blue next. And I want to use a different sponge. You do want to give this a little bit of dry time because you don't want your colors to mix, especially. You don't necessarily want them mixing. You just want them to build and cover up that white. You don't want the white bleeding back up through. So, like I said, this is a good time to use your kind of gloppier polish because you're just dabbing it. It doesn't have to brush on smoothly at all. And so I'm gonna go in and dab, and what I'm doing is I'm dabbing all of the white and overlapping slightly onto some of the black. See if I can get my angle right. Just kind of dab, 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 making sure to cover all of the white. And I'm going very random, kind of crossing over where I've already been on the white. We might just touch up that little bit if we want. Tiny little smudge of color over there, possibly. So are you guys thinking, that looks like a mess? What is she doing? Kind of does look messy, but I still have faith that this is going to work out. So grab our pink. A really goopy polish. Need some reconditioning there. If you guys ever need to recondition your polish, just be sure that you're using thinner. So these top colors, it's good if they blend. But you don't want that white coming back. Need a little bit more pink. I'm continuing to dab until I don't have any sponge lines, basically. Let's see, because of my globby paint that I used, that one is wanting to keep on having a line, which I don't particularly want. But still looks like quite a mess. Okay, I'm gonna put the tops on my bottles here before I have a spill. And now I'm gonna go in with my yellow and a new little bit of sponge. Here we go. And I'm just clamping the tweezers, trying to get it in a way where I'm not getting a square at the bottom, any kind of lines at the bottom. Oops, sorry, camera shake. I love you too, sweetheart. You're my 5-year-old whispering at me. Okay. Got this yellow on here. We're gonna go in with the yellow. A lot of people who do this technique feel like yellow is important to the overall effect. When they do these pictures, they show us, scientists are showing these pictures of nebulas. It's actually just artist's rendition of the nebula because you really can't ever get close enough to truly see, even with powerful cameras and, Okay. So that's what it looks like. Not really all that great looking, but we're going to add on this little galaxy nail fixer. And you can do a couple of different things. You might want to just, whoa, too much. Might want to just dab and brush. Yes, baby.
Is your video over?
Not yet. You can kind of get fussy with the placement of some of these.
Do you mind if
And I really feel like it's important. No, because I don't have the Wi-Fi on, honey. Not right now. It's not a good time. Not yet. When I'm done here, it will just be a couple minutes. Thank you. Okay. He likes when I'm distracted with the video and then he can watch YouTube or something. Okay. You might want to just, we added a little bit on over here. Just kind of dab and brush these, and then of course I've got to clean up my cuticle. Different ways to do that. You can see that the black bar doesn't exactly add anything to it, I don't think, but the black micro glitter definitely does. Sorry, get a little bit closer here. It wants to. Got too much camera shake here for this. Let's try a little trick here, see if I can get this camera to focus a little bit better for you. So hopefully that gives you an idea. And then of course, when you put your top coat on, things really start to pop. So that is how I do galaxy nails. You guys will have a lot of fun experimenting. And it's also one of those that you can use your, top coats that smear. It's probably not going to detract from the artwork that you've created. But you can see that blue popping out a lot more. I am almost done, honey. I'm just kind of showing it off with some top coat, okay? We cannot see it yet. Here we go. Can you help me? What do you want to help me with, love? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to see your galaxy nails, so show me your links in the comments, please. Thanks.